Okay, we are going to be doing lesson 57, addition of algebraic expressions with negative exponents. Okay, so we get an example like this, ax to the negative 1 plus y to the negative 1. First thing we want to do is rewrite it as fractions, okay, because that's what that negative exponent really means, okay? So, what is that? Let's see what that means. Okay, it means this negative 1 is given to the x. So this x is going to go downstairs and become a positive 1, or not even need to write it. That's why I wrote it so small. Because now the 1 doesn't need to be there. Okay, plus 1, we need a placeholder, so we use the number 1 because y is going downstairs, becoming 1. Okay, so first we do that, but they have different bottoms, right? So we need a common denominator, which we did right before Christmas break. Okay, so in order to find a common denominator, when they were totally different, the common denominator is going to be those two variables basically multiplied together, right? Okay, so now we have to change those and give them the same bottom. Okay, so we look at a over x. So what did x have to multiply to be xy? It had to multiply by a y. So we have to multiply the top by a y too. Okay, and as you notice, if we reduced this or simplified it, then it would be back to a over x. So it means we did it correctly. Okay, then what did we multiply y by to get xy? Well, an x. So then we need to multiply the top by an x, 1 times x. Okay, so now we have a y plus x all over x y. Okay, and there we go. That's the final answer. The difference was in it, the question told us to make the answer with all positive exponents. So that's why we couldn't leave it that way. We had to put everyone in the right spot on the fraction and then add them together. Okay, so let's look at example 2. Same thing, we're going to rewrite it with everybody in the right part of the fraction, making everybody have positive exponents. Okay, that's a BZ. AX over Y plus BZ. So that's how we got from here to here. Now again, we don't have common denominators. So this guy needs to get a Y down there, right? So the first fraction doesn't need to change because Y is going to be our common denominator. Okay, so my Y's look totally different. I don't know why I switched it up. Okay, so 1 times y is y, so we have to multiply the top by y. And I'm going to go ahead and put the y on the end, so it's going to be bzy. Okay, so do you see, if we reduced this fraction, it would go back to bz, which means we did it right. Okay, so now everybody's over y, and we have ax plus bzy, bzy. Okay, and there's your final answer on that one. Okay, there's only one more example, and I gave us very little room on our paper to do it, so I'll do my best. I might do it over 2 lines. Okay, so a to the negative 2 actually means a is going to go downstairs and have a positive 2. X stays upstairs, and y goes downstairs, okay? Plus, a stays upstairs, and z goes downstairs. All right, so there we have that. And now we need a common denominator. Great, everybody's different. So that means we're going to have to change the whole everybody, okay, or multiply it all together. So our new common denominator is going to be a squared y z. okay, plus a squared yz. All right, and the tops. All right, so we multiplied this guy by z, so we're going to do x z on top, and we need to multiply this guy by a squared y. So if we multiply a squared y times the a that's already there, we're going to get an a cubed y. Okay, and now we're at that point, and I'm going to try and make room here and put them all together and do a little shifting. Here we go. So on the bottom we've got a squared yz, and on the top we have x z plus a cubed y. Okay, and that is your final answer. You see how easy it will be to make a mistake and lose sight of one of your exponents. You need to be very, very, very careful and take it slow and steady. Okay, the paper that I emailed out to you guys did not give much room down here like my notes do. So you might have to, or you're going to have to do the 2 practice problems on the back, okay? And turn it in. All right, and that's it for lesson 57.